it's like, I don't know, it's a very insular place to live. They, because they got the Verrazano Bridge was the first connection actually beside the ferry, which of course they called the Giddy Gangplank, because all the Italians came from Brooklyn and moved, hey, look at me, I got property. So, but what affected me the most, I suppose, where I started learning more about myself and the way I think, and like maybe even the cause of the way I think in certain ways, is punk rock. When Sid Vicious killed his girlfriend in New York, it was all over the fucking papers. Forget about it. You know, everywhere. And I saw that, I was like, I gotta find out about this. This is insane. So I went to the library, and they had Nevermind the Bullocks on cassette, and I stole it. And I still got it to this day. Still have it. So that was it. That was downhill after that. Then I was going out and buying every crappy fucking record that you would put out. If it had a fucking cutout letters on it and some guy giving you the finger, I was all over that shit. No matter how bad it was, you know, it was from a foreign country, but Germany, what are you not giving me that? Oh, what the hell he's saying, but he's pissed off. But then, like, getting involved, I mean, punk rock attracts a lot. I mean, the beauty of punk rock was, there was an open door, because it was like they were rebelling against rock and roll and the establishment and the man and all that. And it was an open door that, okay, you're fucked up. Come with us, because we're fucked up too. Come on, you know? And everybody came, which it's good because there's a support system there, as twisted as it is. But it also introduces you to a lot of different, sometimes beneficial ideas, and sometimes not so good. I mean, we worshipped and listened to men who lived in abandoned buildings and washed in fire hydrants, and they toured and they put out records, and we listened to every fucking word they had to say, and we followed them and we cared because they knew they had something to say, until they found religion, got hooked on drugs, or started playing heavy metal, and in some cases all three. But we listened, and it's like punk rock, it's, you know, beautiful, you know, it's actually a beautiful thing, but it's just, you get introduced to like all these fucking like wackadoos, and especially if you got problems as it is, just like trying to figure out, you're growing up, you're a kid, you know what the hell you're fucking doing, you know, you're taking it as it comes and trying to fucking run with it, and trying not to get caught. That's key, don't get caught. If you get caught, you feel bad, or you go to jail. Either way stinks. Sometimes it's fun if it's your parents catching you, then, you know, you're calling up your friends and you're laughing, you know. Cops catching you, no. So if the cops are chasing after you, you know what, just stop. They're gonna get you eventually. You can't beat the cops, no matter how much you think you can. But it's, like I got introduced to, what's cool about punk rock is you can go to see shows and meet bands and meet different people, different mindsets, different countries, different states, whatever, and you can go up and you can talk to them, which was cool, for the most part. But, you know, it's, then when it started, I mean, it was insular to begin with, in a way. It was an open door, but it did have a policy, no matter what people say. There was either it was a dress code, or it was, you know, you wanted to kick against the pricks, you wanted to fight them, but then eventually you became them. It's like when we started out sticking up for each other, hating the bullies, hating the jocks, hating the government, of course, prerequisite. And, you know, trying to stick together, but then everybody eventually became the bullies, the jocks, the government. And I always wanted to feel a part of something, like feel a part, like, you know, because I loved the music and I loved it that it was speaking out against or speaking up for. And I wanted to feel like I was at one with people, or a part of, like, with them, that they understood. But honestly, it never happened. I don't know if it's, I don't know, actually I don't know what it is, but like a lot of times, like especially when I was younger, even sometimes to this day, I'll take things to the extreme. Or I'll do something, you know, which I think, well, okay, we're outsiders, we're fucked up, so you do something fucked up. Like you punch somebody in the face, you smash a fucking storefront window, you set a car on fire, you do something. So I'm saying I did all this. But then like all of a sudden they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, why? I'm like, no, can't do that. But I thought we were so, no. Just talk about it, you don't do it. What's wrong with you? And then you're getting looked on as an outsider by the outsiders. And that's really fucking comfortable, let me tell you. You know, it's like, you know, and I've always done it even when I was a kid, like when I punched Richie in the face for no fucking reason. Did it. Don't know why, but I did it. Smashed a couple of windows in my day. Not really sure what, well, they were pricks or whatever. Or maybe I was a drunken prick as well. But, you know, did it. Sometimes I didn't know why. But then, you know, you look down like, what are you doing? You're fucking it up for all of us. And it's like, but I thought we were all in this together. And then, no, you're not with us anymore. You didn't pay your dues this week. And it's like, I wanted to always, like, just have something like that. Think, okay, we are all in this together. We can move forward. We can do something. And people talk about this to this day, that making the change and doing things, and I wanted to, so I started a band. I started playing in bands when I was 13, 14 years old. And, which was good, because it gave me an outlet. I've always wanted, when I was a kid, I always wanted to sing. The first song I knew all the words to was Cecilia by Simon and Garfunkel. We had it on 8-track, along with Bobby Sherman and 2 Rolling Stones LPs. Let It Bleed and Go Ted Soup. Yes. And, yeah, Cecilia, so there I was 3 years old, singing, you know, waking up in the afternoon, and Cecilia up in my bedroom. I got up to wash my face. When I come back to bed, someone's taking my place. I still know the words. I like that song. So, like, you know, then I realized, you know, I could start a band. I could do something. Maybe I could be a part of it. Maybe I can create something. And first thing I did, it was like I met my buddy Josh, one of my oldest friends. And first band we actually played out live was 1982. It was a band called Fathead Suburbia. And they were 4 white guys. I was like the second singer, backup singer. Me and George would trade off. And the musicians, the bass player and the drummer were jazz musicians. Like, a couple of years older, they were from Upper Westchester. And fucking talented motherfuckers, blue-eyed jazz guys. Really fucking talented. I was 14, so they were like maybe 21 or something like that. But, you know, older than me. Talented sons of bitches. Tucky's fingers on the bass. He looked like a fucking tarantula, just up and down all over the place. And the drummer Gene, when we played our first show, all he fucking played, all his set consisted of was a fucking tiny little fucking kick drum like that fucking much around, a Rogers snare, a hi-hat, and a ride. And he fucking rocked that thing. He would fucking use the side of the fucking kick drum as a fucking tom, and it fucking was cool. It kind of sounded like that break in the Pay to Come, like that. He had that shit down. It was fucking cool. They taught me a lot. They introduced me to a lot of jazz. Some I like, some whatever. Like Max Roach and stuff like that, and everything. And that was cool. You know, it opened my mind, my ears to a lot of different things. So that lasted for a while. And we only played 2 shows, and then they went on. Gene lives in England now. There's a lot of session work. Gene Calderazzo is his name, if you want to look him up. His brother Joey Calderazzo actually has a couple. He's a keyboard pianist, jazz guy. He's got a couple albums out on Blue Note, if you're interested, anyway. And like these guys, like I knew when I was a kid, and now they're successful jazz players. But then like there was a lapse there, and then I answered an ad in the Village Voice for the Sheer Terror thing, and boom, you know. I mean, we started out, we stunk on ice just like every band when they started out. None of these glory days, oh, back in the day, you know, back in the day sucked, okay? A lot of these bands were crap. Now they're all getting reunited and playing shows because everybody really wants to go run and see Absolution. I mean, I don't really know those guys. I know Gavin and whatnot. I just don't remember them being that good or popular that deserves a reunion.
That's just me, though.